What game?
The flaming fist stand ready, with Gortash at the head.
Ravengard, you would give up the fist's command?
And the fist must unite under one authority. Gortash is uniquely qualified for the endeavor. Under Gortash, the two will conquer the cult army and preserve our city and our heritage. Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror, the city of Baldur's Gate taken by Illithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
Ravengard hasn't given up yet. His true self is still in there and could yet be saved.
Have we finished then? Your first act as Archduke, my lord?
We prepare an army.
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words. Like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you take an Illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. All right. What else is on your mind?
Under one authority. Gortash is uniquely qualified for the endeavor. Under Gortash...
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? Hard to explain it any other way. Then again, I guess they just want to feel... If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
If Gortash is to be believed, then even our camp isn't safe from Orin's influence. You might want to confirm the veracity of his claim, or at least clean up the mess.
God, you would give up the Fist's command?
The Watch and the Fist must unite under one authority. Gortash is uniquely qualified for the endeavor. Under Gortash, the two will conquer the cult army and preserve our city and our heritage.
Sharp as ever.
Our time has come, son. Together we will usher in a new dawn. What is a hero, my son, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright. You, Gortash, and I will ignite the final spark, my son. And that is the greatest of goods.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
Help me.
Your tadpole seizes. The prism stills. Ravengard's empty eyes meet yours.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city. Let her light shine. Your first act as Archduke, my lord?
We prepare an army of our own. The Steel Watch will be mobilized. Next, we identify all enemies within our walls and within our ranks. They will be imprisoned until they prove... Dearest Karlach, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
Well, that's it. That's all you have to say to me.
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
What do you mean?
Traitors, Portier. Any who dare speak ill of Baldur's Gate.
What glory our city, and what glory its future.
An Archduke! Finally someone who can stand up to those wretched absolutists.
With Gortash.
Ravengard has not once failed this city. If he trusts Gortash, then so do I.
The Steel Watch has made an impenetrable fortress. Out of the Sword Coast crown jewel. I can't think of a better endorsement for Gortash than that.
There are supplies enough to survive.
I may speak only to my lord. Terribly sorry.
Sensitive organ.
Finally, a leader worthy of this city.
Thank the living gods, Gortash is here to protect us.
Will you take up arms if the walls are breached? Of course. It is the duty of the Patriarch to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate with his life, if needed. Although it's been some years since I last donned my armor, may need some minor adjustments around the waist.
Sunfish, my lady.
I so fancy a glass of dragon dew. Fetch me a bottle, and be quick about it. Would you...
Your first act as Archduke, my lord.
We prepare an arm.
Vary with more suit the occasion. Bring it at once.
Pink clary it is, my good lady.
But perhaps a mint wine. My palate needs cleansing, though I've grown quite fond of Evermead.
Pardon me for saying, Archduke, but do the people require such a heavy hand?
To inquire with Cook Darley about...
Oh, nice. Why must you make everything such a bother? Ravengard, you would give up the fifth command? Nice cake. Bring me a plate of the cold water pike.
The cook has prepared no pike today, my lady.
Ugh, the most grievous error. In that case, fetch me a bowl of sunfish head stew.
The kitchen is fresh out of sunfish, my lady.
Well, I never! I so fancy a glass of dragon dew. Fetch me a bottle, and be quick about it.
At once, my lady. Would you...
Never you mind. A young pink clary would more suit the occasion. Bring it at once.
Pink-clary it is, my good lady.
But perhaps a mint wine. My palate needs cleansing, though I've grown quite fond of Evermead.
This area is restricted under orders of Lord Enver Gortash. Intruders are subject to deadly force.
State your business. In that case, you are most welcome. Lord Gortash will want to see you immediately.
This'll be fun.
This is more dangerous than I thought.
swift as my feet can carry me.
Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
This'll be fun.
Trap. Be cautious. Be wary. This place is trapped.
My friend means to say is that...
I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
Defender of the people.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. Rude. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Mizora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Lost in thought. A hero at heart.
Let's march!
What to do?
By order of Lord Gortash, all livestock admitted to the city must be surrendered. All livestock is now property of the Ducal Council for the duration of the ongoing emergency. Failure to comply will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
But they should.
You having a chuffing laugh?
We lost most of our herd to wolves on the way here. We've got almost nothing left, and you want to take that from us?
I've had
Get it ready.
mind to...
Problem, citizen?
Forget I said anything. All right.
Move along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers.
Eyes front and keep your nose clean, newcomer. A noose and a short drop is how we deal with troublemakers. By then, it will be too late. I can't help the dead, but I can warn the living. Stay the path and obey the law, and you have nothing to fear.
You've been caught mid-robbery. Your next move had best be a careful one. With your prize discarded...
Oh-ho! You? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate, so our readers don't have to. You are quite correct. The best broadsheet around. I would certainly recommend picking up a copy in the near future. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette. It's our juiciest edition in an age, bound to get everyone talking about. Darling, we can't let the readers decide what the content is. We've editors for that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? I don't know how. I'm only 6. It's okay. Everybody is mean to me anyway. Do you want... The printing block has never been so hot! Sandals! Sandals! Where to buy sandals? It's all here at Baldur's Mouth. Are you invited to Gortash's ceremony? If not, worry not.
Don't get too comfortable. It's only a matter of time before the army of the Absolute gets here.
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
The citizen is unconscious. What?
At least let us take her to a doctor.
The history of the city itself is captured in the archives here. Fascinating resource.
I wonder what those archives will reveal about us 100 years hence.
You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved. Who will save us?
I don't really agree with Lord Gortash's methods, but the man...
And how will we step?
Standard procedure. Gortash just wants to make sure that there is no misinformation.
The truth is the truth. We trust our readers to make up their own minds.
What will happen to those?
No time to chat, mate, sorry. Since Gortash donated this printing machine, we've had ridiculous volume to shift.
Boy, I got my eye on you. You got the look of a troublemaker.
I just packed the papers. If you've got a complaint, editor's inside.
Watch yourself in there. Sarky bastards, these writer types. 156, 157, 15... Oh, sorry, can't chat. 15... Shit! Where was I up to? Oh, thank Corellin. You're a lifesaver. 158, 159.
Hang on! You're not allowed down in the basement. Only Master Needle is permitted access to the printworks.
Well, well, if it isn't the city's next celebrity. You star in our next edition's top story. Well, you should have considered that before disgracing yourself in public. I've never heard so much violence against innocent circus freaks before. The truth will be out with tomorrow's broadsheet. People will spit in your face. Your very presence will be bad for business. You'll be a pariah, an outcast, as you should be. And then, we can only hope the Fist do their duty and escort you to the gallows. Your days of scumming up this good city streets will be over. I would never reveal my sources, and certainly not to the likes of you. Besides, you're too late. The headlines are loaded into the printworks already. Tomorrow, you will feel the power of free speech. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. Now, guards! I believe our distinguished guest was just leaving. Would you care to escort them out?
In my opinion, we should have a still watch in every Baldurian home. Why? It would certainly help with the distance.
They could be reduced to it.
Gortash is a visionary, sure enough. But his vision has cost a pretty penny.
We have still watchers promenading the streets.
Any roughhousing, and you're out. Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Want their eggs now.
Well, well, look what the bugbear... Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached. We did, didn't we?
Never thought I'd begrudge being alive. Alas, I've got nothing in my pockets but lint and disappointment. How are you both humble and attractive? It's just not fair, nor will my honor allow it. So how about this? Alan puts swill in the bottles, but I know where he keeps the good stuff. Here. You saw nothing. You heard nothing. I need to get back to work before Alan throws a fit, but stick around. You brighten the place up. Heading to the roof. Sort your own drinks in the meantime.
Hey, you know why it isn't wrong to fart in a Stormshore tabernacle?
Are those pickle trotters ready yet?
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self? Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope. I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over. Charity! In Baldur's Gate! Good one. Look, mate, I don't want any trouble. Especially not from your lot. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
Table 14 want their eggs now.
Where am I needed?
time for playing with cats, especially...
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you will find my old lodgings.
Another fight. Let's go.
Fancy their chances.
The blade will not bend.
mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
Ah, excellent choice.
I am ready to rest my weary head.
So that's progress.
On the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
Something over there.
Get Yankee. Vlaakith has found us. Get rid of them, quickly!
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
pig to fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Never a dull moment.
Sooner or later, even the hunters return to their den. We will be ready. In the meantime, tear every brick out if you have to. If it doesn't come, we must find evidence of its whereabouts.
take to fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
For the Queen!
Tale for the ages.
coming through. I've found my mark. Allow me to demonstrate. May the dice roll in my favor. these mortals be? One. Destroyer. Swords meet sorcery. The lance board is set. Battle of wits.
Dead talk!
Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon. Now search. There's a statue that
here I go.
conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
Something over there.
That's curious.
Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful. My own sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it.
That might be worth a look.
Hey, good looking. That might be worth a look.
My old wardrobe. The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be. And so appearances matter.
Can't give up now.
A shell. A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched in a moment of sentimentality.
What's that?
My cutlery set. A gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still.
That's curious.
The chains I use to bind my meals. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could.
That's curious.
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now.
No, I'm not. She's coming. Orin is coming. She found me and my cat Grub, snatched us off the streets, and she made me eat him. Then she told me to start running. She said that when she catches me, she's going to eat me too. She's coming. Please, please don't let her take me. Silly.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Do you drown in despair already? Oh, but there's so much more to do. I could peel a fine pelt from the mutt I caught sniffing at your heels. Drag skin from flesh, from bone. I will not slice. Her kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you. Silly little worm. My God is always with me. He shudders to see how my blades plunge into soft, surrendered flesh. You are dull. A blunt blade unfit to flay. But you could be sharpened, thin and jagged. Yes, I will tell you what to do. Against the tyrant's throat, of course.
You heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the Netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
We slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is bars. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept and you must kill Gortash. Refuse and the child's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
allies? No. We had a balance. The chosen three. But it tumbled when you turned the Bone Lord to ash. Now, Gortash tries to gouge me from the city. That festering inadequate thinks me a flesher, butchering and cleaving only to whip the herd towards his tin men's oppression. You must kill him. Gore him like a pig prepped for the spit. Only then will you be sweet and sharp, ready for the Murder Lord's purpose. Need? No. I do not need. You are made of nothing. Meaningless flesh and bone. I do not need. I offer. Baal's age approaches, and you could be there to see it. An idol of flesh, made to welcome his bleeding dawn. There is time for you yet. Time to save. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
our midst, your death, in the Dread Lord's name.
Here I go. Moving.
This is my time.
Time to push my luck again.
No holding back.
Try running. It's so much more fun. You wear like pigs. Why shouldn't we stick you like pigs?
Sharp as ever.
pride of the gate.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
No hope is gone, or so it seems, but game's not over yet. New cards are drawn, new hands are played, newcomers place about. A knave, a wizard, devil gift, the odds are cast anew. And Baldur's fate now turns upon the whims of fortune's view.
I've got a long road ahead.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the Chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies, for life.
Let's talk. I think that unknowable power... I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lithid by... All right. Anything more we should discuss?
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Of course.
I suppose you've earned it.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection? The girl could not bear thou, a breaker of promises. I told her the fate of her parents when the wind carried it to me. She has left this place to hew a new path. She left behind a letter, as thou doth know. Hast thou other business?
my testament. Notum sit in Beator.
Notum sit in Beator.
You've heard of such devils. Sisters of justice. Adjudicators of diabolical contracts and bargains.
Holy hells.
Sisters.
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. Yet no contract is ended without sacrifice, Will. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch!
Father.
Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
I hope you're here to discuss that contract you just signed. Agreeing to give away our greatest hope of salvation wasn't the wisest of moves.
Sing the song of Baldur, who founded Baldur's Gate.
I'm glad to hear it. But you realize we can't just tell him we changed our minds. For now, our plan must remain the same. We go to Sorcerer's Sundries and learn about that crown. And pray the devil doesn't get there first.
Now hope is gone, or so it seems, but game's not over yet. New cards are drawn, new hands are played, newcomers place above. A knave, a wizard, devil gift, the odds are cast anew. And Baldur's fate now turns upon the winds of fortune's view.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence. From now on, I promise him the same measure of respect he's shown his father. Oh, I almost forgot. Will sold his father's life for his freedom. My mistake. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind?
My mistress can be so capricious. Correct. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel. But those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. Just because he's not my pet doesn't mean he's not useful. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. The 9 Hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mazura's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something. I signed his life away before the Hell's Witnesses. It would be easier to drink the Styx down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 Netherstones and take back our minds. And the city. From the brain.
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his Netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. Its rebellion against Orin and Gortash has been fierce, even as it executes their final orders. Once those orders are complete, there is a good chance it will break free.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An Elder Brain enslaved is one thing. An Elder Brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. The very same Duke Stelmane, as she was known in Baldur's Gate. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you. In a way, but not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it will help. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
Defender of the people.
Hang around these gallows too long, and someone will string you up. And I'm not sure even I will.
You really won't feel it. Brace yourself. That felt great.
You're very welcome, sir.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one.
Jim.
Rocks for brains. Dress is correct. Also has.
We are not staying in a brothel.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose. Good boy.
That'll make a great headline.
Ah! A new face! Welcome
Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed. Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing down on you. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they? Not the foggiest. Normally they fly true as an elven arrow. Something nearby is snatching them, I can tell you that much. Well, if it's not too much, any letters you find, bring them back to me.
The Crier won't have mercy. Front page material.
I suppose you've, stumbled much up.
It's a racket, is what it is.
Get caught so a few days in a jail cell. At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel boxes stamping us into the dirt.
When will I get to train the dogs again?
Woof! Ah, you speak, which means you're not a dog. So, what the hell are you doing in my kennels? Found him, did you? I can't say I'm surprised. Gomwick never kept him on a tight leash. Bring him here, and I'll give him a once-over for you. Check him for worms and so on.
Oh, yes, please, I'd love to see him.
He's a good dog. We'd both love to see him again.
Scratch! Oh, it's good to see you, boy!
Shut up, Dringo, and get back to work. And you've been slacking as well, Scratch, my boy. This dog is property of Sword Coast Couriers. I'll take him off your hands now. Gomwick was his handler, not his owner. I can do whatever I please. He's my dog. Now get out. This is a private yard. I'm not surprised. Gomwick always indulged him. And he's got a spark in his eye I don't like. Looks lively. Take the useless mutt if you're so inclined. I'll have nothing more to do with him.
It's not just Scratch. She's always hurting the dogs.
Shut your mouth, Dringo. Last warning. Fine. You think you can do a better job without me? Be my guest. They're a useless bunch of mongrels. You're welcome to them.
We'd have a bed.
What?
You got rid of her. I'll do a better job looking after these dogs than she ever did. I promise.
Yeah, you're right hard.
Not for communal use, it seems.
Mistress is gone. Mistress is gone! I mean, such terrible news. She will be missed.
Thank you for making Mistress go away. She was horrid. Even though Mistress is gone, I promise to be a good dog. No, the best dog.
In my mistress's absence, I will look after this place and any dogs who come here. I promise.
Oh, you're such a scaredy cat.
That'll make a great headline. Ah! Are you trying to get into the city? Got a minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today? I'm Lens, roving reporter for the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. My editor sent me to cover the drama. He wants some fluff piece about the heroic Steel Watch keeping the mob at bay. Whether or not that's the truth or not. If you read the Baldur's Mouth Gazette, it's an opinion you'll never hear. Lord Gortash makes sure of that. My editor, Mr. Needle, was a brilliant journalist. But recently, well, now he's got friends in high places. He seems more interested in keeping them happy. Seems like everything we write needs Gortash's approval. Can't recognize my own work by the time they're done editing. Doesn't it just... Of course, we're off the record and this conversation never happened. Now, if you don't mind, I've got some edits to make. Fascinating.
I'm here. I won't let anything happen.
Look at you. You keep scaring your regulars to keep warm.
Blacksmith was paying me to use the vacuum brush.
Well, I do. In a real room.
That'll make a great headline.
over there.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Blade at the ready.
Gildra? Oh, a customer. Sorry. How can I help you? Yes, that's him. He's usually the first one in, but he's not shown up today. It's not the same without the sound of his bellows in the back. And his stories. He tells the best stories. Do you know him? He's not creepy. He's a living legend. Do you know he's won Best Smith in Rivington 7 years in a row? It's Gildro Angelion, for God's sakes. If you knew how good he was, trust me, you'd feel exactly the same way. Of course. Gildro's finest. Come back soon. And if you see Gildro, tell him everything's under control.